Hey everyone, what's up? Newbie Snake here. How are you all doing today? I'm super excited for this Super Ninja Festival this time because I just took a look at all of the characters, and let me tell you, this Tsunade right here is extremely OP. So let's just go right into it and I'll tell you how. Alright, so for this Super Ninja Festival, there are 5 featured characters. As you can see, the first one being this Ninja Festival exclusive unit. It's the Tsunade, and we have Sage Mode Jiraiya. This is actually the second Sage Mode Jiraiya that we have in the game. Anyways, then we have Orochimaru, we have third Hokage, and we have the childhood tailed beast form Naruto. Alright, so amongst the 5 other exclusive, like Ninja Festival exclusive characters, she's now the 6th one. Alright, so there's Sage Mode Naruto, Madara, Hashirama, Pain, and Anbu Itachi. Okay, now we have Tsunade. So let's go into how OP she is. Okay, so she will be costing you 30 team cost, alright? So your team or your ninja level has to be quite high in order to put her in on your team along with other characters. Okay, so HP above 10k. I believe she's the only character so far that has 10k HP without any buffs. Correct me if I'm wrong, I might be wrong, but if I remember correctly, she's the only one. And then her attack is at 9k, okay? And defense at 7.9k, that's basically 8,000 defense. So her stats are actually pretty awesome. And her agility, just average, okay, sitting at 133. She's not too slow, not too fast, right? Slow, I'd consider like Gaara being slow at 85 or something. Okay, and then her dodge rate, 14%, critical rate, 14%, and critical attack damage is 151%. Okay, now let's take a look at her abilities, all right? Ability-wise, she's like, these abilities are extremely good already, all right? But I'll show you what's more OP. Okay. So the first skill is the Taijutsu skill, and the trigger rate is fast, and then the chakra cost is 75. What she'll do is do a single target damage. She'll ignore 20% of the target's defense and then deal 7 times the attack damage to the opponent. Okay, so remember, the most OP Taijutsu users so far are the guys, right? I mean, like Guy Sensei, okay, the 2 guys that you have, and also probably Rock Lee. But Guy's pretty good. He also ignores defense, and he deals what, 5 times damage, or maybe 6. And then Rock Lee, we have the recent buff where he'll deal like 10 times damage if certain requirements were met and stuff like that. But this time, Tsunade can actually ignore 20% of defense and deal 7 times damage. I don't believe Rock Lee has ignoring the defense part. So she's much like the Morning Peacock guy, but she deals 7 times damage instead of just 5 times or something. So, and her attack at the natural state, it's already at 9k. With your buff, it's gonna go up by a lot. So anyway, so that's actually really good. And also, second skill, take a look at this. It's a summoning type jutsu, summoning type skill. Trigger rate is slow, actually. It's not the slowest, but it's slow. And then chakra cost at 90, okay? But what it does, it's pretty much the same as the old Tsunade. She'll heal a super large amount of HP to your whole team. So that description is basically what it reads on the old Tsunade. But she has this additional condition. It's much like Sakura's passive, but what it does is whenever you take damage, your HP will be recovered by 10%. Okay, so you'll be put on this state. Whenever you take damage, you recover 10% of your HP. So if you guys know what I'm talking about, the newest version of Sakura basically came out last month, 2 months ago. That Sakura, whenever you receive damage, you have a percentage that you heal your HP by like 10% as well, right? But this time, if you use this skill, you put your whole team's status into that certain status, where whenever you receive damage, your HP will be recovered by 10%, and then should naturally heals out your whole team's HP. All right. So these two skills combined, that's pretty good. She has like a really good damaging skill and really good healing skill. So yeah, and plus these stats right here. And okay, take a look at her abilities. All right, I think she's probably going to be one of the best leaders. So the first part is much like the old Tsunade, or like the Sage Mode Naruto. So, but it's better than Sage Mode Naruto, because Sage Mode Naruto can only buff your units who are from the Konoha village, but Tsunade buffs everyone. So whenever a character has finished an action, their HP will be recovered by 10%. Okay, so this is exactly the same as the version 1 Tsunade. But on top of that, your chakra will be recovered by 5% as well. So she recovers HP and chakra every time you complete an action. And here's the most OP part about her. I believe, or I'm calling it, I believe there should be an incoming nerf on her. All right, maybe future balancing patch after a few months, maybe she'll get balanced. This is how OP it is. Listen to this. For the first 10 turns, okay, 10 of Tsunade's turns, okay? Because remember, these turns only apply to the characters, so it's not 10 turns of the whole battle. So if, let's say, you're a team of 5, so on average, if everyone goes once for 10 turns, that's like turn 50, right, already? And most of the times by turn 50, you already completed the battle, all right? Because most of the battles, you need to be able to complete it within 60 turns or 70 turns in order to meet the requirement. So this actually helps out a lot. Listen to this. So for the first 10 turns of Tsunade's turns, her attack damage is increased by 100%. Okay, so this times 100%. So for this number 1 skill, ignoring 20% of defense and doing the 7 times attack damage, now you're gonna calculate this into your calculation as well, right? So for the first 10 turns, her attack damage is buffed by 100%, and all right, and it's not a percentage, it's like for sure. And whenever you finish an action, your HP, like her HP, will be recovered fully. So if, let's say, you're fighting Hidan or Neji and his uncle, if they hit you so hard that you're almost dead, whatever you do, like you just auto hit them or just go on defense mode or something, your HP will be fully recovered. Okay, so for the first 10 turns of like her own turns, your HP will be recovered fully whenever you complete an action, and your attack damage will be increased by 100%. So tell me if that's not OP. So I'm not too sure if this is going to get nerfed or not. Anyway, secondly, combining with this one, she's probably one of the most OP unit in the game so far. Like, I think I would say probably matched with Hashirama and Sage Mode Naruto. Because number 2 ability is whenever you finish an action, there's a certain percentage that your chakra will be fully recovered. I know some units have this, but I mean, including ability number 1, fully recovering your HP and fully recovering your chakra, that's just spells OP right there, right? So just think about it. She using her attack or whatever, then having your chakra fully recovered, then you can just heal off your whole team next turn, or just do another attack, blah blah blah, and she'll not die basically for the first 10 turns. So yeah, there you go, there you have it. This is Tsunade, and with extremely awesome stats too. Yeah, so I hope you guys get her. I mean, if you guys get her and you became my friends in the game, then I can probably use it, right? Because based on my luck, I probably won't get her. Anyways, let's move on to the next unit. I know I'm extremely excited about Tsunade, but the other characters needs to be featured as well. So let's take a look at Jiraiya, all right? So Jiraiya stats are pretty okay, not bad, pretty up there, I'd say, pretty good. 8,000 HP. The cost for him to put on your team is 28, and then attack damage 10,000, defense 7,000. So not as great as Tsunade, obviously, but still really good. And then we have agility at 141, and the rest, yeah, right here. So his first skill is Senjutsu. All right, so Senjutsu type, and then the trigger rate is fastest, so extremely fast, and the cost for this is only 40 for chakra. It's pretty good. So basically it deals AoE damage to the whole team. It will ignore 30% of the whole team's defense, and he'll deal 4 times the attack damage to the whole team. And what this is, it's you know how his hair can grow to be spikes and stuff, right? So this is his hair spike technique. Okay, however you translate that, but that's what I see. Anyways, for his second skill, that's the super large Rasengan, and trigger rate is fast, and this is a Senjutsu type, and the chakra cost is 80. This unit is definitely better than the version 1 Sage mode Jiraiya. I have like tons of that one. I already fused all of them. Anyways, it'll deal a single target damage. It'll deal 7% of the attack damage plus 1,000 damage. The regular one only deals, the version 1 stage mode only deals 7% plus 870 or something. So this is pretty good damage right here. Remember, Naruto deals 7% plus 1,500, so that's pretty good. So let's check out his leader ability. For all types of units as well, all their maximum HP will be increased by 20%. And your Senjutsu skill damage will be increased by 20%. So maybe he's gonna be a better leader than Sage from Naruto if you do not want that HP healing thing per turn for your Konoha units, right? So if you're just using a mixture of everyone, not just from Konoha, he's gonna be a great leader. If let's say you have him and you have Sage from Naruto, you have Hashirama, then he's gonna be awesome, right? Anyways, so let's take a look at ability number 1. Ability number 1 for the first 7 turns of Jiraiya's turns. Sage mode techniques like Senjutsu skill type damage will be increased by 50%, and the chakra cost will be decreased by 20%. All right, so I believe it's chakra cost for all types, but anyways, he only uses Sage type jutsu anyways, so doesn't matter. Okay, ability number 2. This is actually pretty good as well. When he hits HP 0 and below, meaning if let's say a hit kills you, an attack kills you, you're gonna be revived again, and your HP will be recovered at a medium level. So it's not gonna be huge, not gonna be extremely huge like Tsunade's heal. It's not gonna be like that. So it's gonna be just a medium amount. Okay, and then his attack, defense, and agility will be increased by 30%. So after you die once, basically. So he has the same ability as I believe Zabuza and Rock Lee, right? So they don't really die. Well, for the first time dying anyways. So that's it. He's pretty good. I'd say he's pretty good, but obviously not as OP as Tsunade, right? She has OP written on her forehead. Do you see that? That actually translates to OP. I'm kidding, but you know what I'm saying, right? It doesn't actually translate to anything. Anyways, let's go on. We have Orochimaru. HP 9,900. Attack 8,600. Defense 7,500. And the rest, you can just read it for yourself. And then for skill number 1, it's a summoning type jutsu. And the chakra cost is 80. Trigger speed, it's normal. Okay, so it's not going to be extremely fast, not going to be slow. And what it does, it'll deal AoE damage to the whole enemy's team. It'll deal 5% of your attack damage plus 500 damage. All right, and then it'll have a certain percentage that it will cancel out your opponent's action. So if they're in the action phase, then he'll cancel it out. So much like Pain, kind of. All right, so no, I think Pain just pushes back, right? He doesn't really cancel it. It's more like the Amaterasu Itachi's skill number 2. There's this chance that it'll cancel it or whatever. Anyway, so skill number 2, also a summoning type jutsu. This will be costing you 70 chakra, and the trigger speed is normal. All right. So this actually surprised me by a lot. This is actually a better buff than my Gaara's buff, the version 1 Gaara. What it does is it will buff your whole team's defense by 150%. So same as Gaara, but the only difference is skill damage will be decreased by 50%. So it's half the damage, incoming damage. Gaara only lessens the damage by a bit. It's not halved, but it doesn't tell you the percentage. But this one halves the skill damage. So that's really good buff. But the trigger speed is normal. Gaara's trigger speed is fast. I took a look before recording this video. And the chakra cost for Gaara is 50, whereas this chakra cost is 70. But I guess, you know, for a better buff, it comes at a greater cost, right? I think it's fair. So let's go ahead and check out his abilities. So leader abilities right here. For Sound Village units, the maximum HP and attack is increased by 20%. All right. So for ability number 1, the chakra cost will be decreased by 5%, and the chakra recovery rate will be increased by 20%. So basically, you know, whatever chakra cost it costs you, it's going to go down by 5%. And then every single turn, whenever you attack or defend and whatever, you're going to recover 20% more than your average units. So I believe that compensates for his skill number 2. So he is probably going to be a better support unit than Gaara. I'm not too sure. We'll see. Because he also deals AoE damage, right? So pretty good. Okay, so ability number 2, when your HP is above 80%, your agility and your summoning skill damage will be increased by 40%. All right. So when you're above 80% health, agility and summoning skill damage increased by 40%. That's very good. So next we have the third Hokage. So third Hokage, see, it's not too bad, right? Almost all the units featured this batch, they have about 10k attack, or at least a 10k stat for like HP, attack, or defense. So obviously his defense sucks, only at 6,000. Well, 5,993. So yeah. Anyways, first skill, summoning type. Chakra cost 75, trigger speed fast, and then he'll deal single target damage. He'll deal 6 times the attack damage to a single target. Second type, it's fire type damage. Fire type skill. Chakra cost 75, and trigger speed is fast. So it's a pretty good damage. He will deal 7% the attack damage plus 1,000. So whenever you see a 7% plus 1,000 now, you should know that it's a pretty good damage already. So these units are good with 7% plus 1,000. The not so good ones are 7% plus 77, or 7% plus 7% plus 770, and 7% plus 800, or those are the lower damage. And for those of you who don't know, whenever you see percent damage plus like 1,000 damage or plus a number, those are fixed damage regardless of your enemy's defense. So for example, from a Naruto, he deals 7% plus 1,500 damage. And for those of you who have watched my previous videos on how to beat like the events, you can see that he on average he deals about 9,500 damage to 10k damage, right? To units who are not weak or strong against sage type skills, right? Because he uses the sage type skills. So on average, when he deals damage to neutral targets, he always deals around 9,000 to 10,000. And that's because these have fixed damage regardless of their defense, okay? But whenever you see these multiplication attack damage, let's say 6 times your damage, 7 times your damage, etc., they actually calculate in your enemy's defense as well. So if let's say you're doing a D rank mission or C rank mission, when you use this attack, you might deal like, you know, over 40k damage to that weak character, right? But if you taking him on to like a super S rank mission, he's probably only going to deal 3,000. Then you'd be like, what? That's because the higher your target's defense, the lower your attack damage will be. It's not going to be a set damage, all right? So for those of you who don't know, that's basically how it is. I don't know exactly how it calculates, and also math's not my thing, even if I know how. So yeah, just know that for multiplication ones. The lower the enemy's defense, the higher your attack. These ones, 7% plus something, that's fixed damage. So for those of you who like doing multiplication attacks, just make sure you lower your enemy's defense. Then you can do more attack damage on them. Okay, but for me, for simplification, I usually just do percent damage to them anyways. Okay. So let's take a look at the leader skill right here. He actually buffs the blue units and people from Konoha, all right? So people from Konoha and blue units, their maximum HP and attack is increased by 30%. And ability number 1 over here, whenever you're below when your HP is below 50%, your defense will be increased by 50%, and your skill damage, incoming skill damage will be halved. All right, so you take less damage. And ability number 2, whenever your HP is above 80%, your skill damage, your outgoing skill damage, will be increased by 70%. So he's a pretty average unit, not like extremely good or not bad. Actually, he's pretty like average. Your average good unit that you take on your missions, okay? This is pretty good. So far the first 4 are pretty good. I'd say Naruto seems to be the worst out of all, probably because he was still in his childhood. It's much like the useless Sasuke's that you have, like the kit ones. The only useful Sasuke you really have is the Amaterasu one, right? The rest are just pretty useless, all right? Not trying to flame Sasuke, all right, guys? But indeed, he is pretty useless in the game. Okay. Anyways, let's move on before I get like punched in the face or something. All right. HP 6,000, attack damage 14k. That's actually really high. Without equipment. Okay. If you put equipment on him, he can easily go up to like 20k. Same as my Morning Peacock guy. Guy has 13k attack as well, right? Whenever I put on a 60% attack increase ninja gear on him, I get like 21k or 20k attack damage, right? And defense will be, anyways, his defense is only at 3,800. That's extremely low, lower than Guy's, I believe. Guy's about 4k or something. So you might want to, I don't know, just use him as like a burst character. If you're trying to achieve like, you know, beat a certain mission within certain rounds, then you might be able to use him to fulfill that purpose. But he probably will die within 1 to 2 hits if you're doing super S rank missions, right? Anyways, he's got a pretty good speed. And yeah, so let's take a look at his first skill. His first skill, I gotta say, is pretty good. If you take away the last line, okay, so I'll translate it for you guys right now. So basically what it does is he's actually releasing his red chakra, and then he'll deal 7 times the attack damage to a single target, and he's gonna buff his own attack damage by 100%. So this skill, in one, he's gonna buff himself and deal damage with just one skill. So that's really good. He buffs his own attack damage by 100%, this by 100%, and deals 7 times the attack damage. But the reason why I compared him to Sasuke is because of this. So he has a certain chance, has a percentage. We don't know what percentage it is, but there's percentage that he will confuse himself. So I believe because he has this, nine tails chakra and he couldn't control himself back then when you're reading the manga or anime. So he can confuse himself and he'll end up just not using any skills or attacking all of your own guys. Okay, so he might be worse than your average Sasuke's because they're just useless on themselves, but this guy will probably backfire on your team, okay, with the 100% boost on his own attack. So I don't know, guys. Use with discretion, okay? Anyways, it's a unique type skill, trigger rate fast, and chakra cost 75. Second skill, it's Rasengan, and this is wind type damage and wind type skill, and then chakra cost 65, trigger speed fast, and then we have over here dealing a single target damage 7% plus 770 damage. So this is only an average, or pretty average attack. So you probably wouldn't use this a lot. So he's much like the other units that I never use. Let's just put it that way, because the damage is pretty low comparing to 7% plus 1,000, 1,500, etc. Okay, so let's take a look at his abilities. For white attribute units, their attack, damage, and agility will be increased by 15%. And then ability number 1, whenever you complete an action, there's a very low, there will be a low percentage that your chakra will be fully recovered. So this is low, it's going to be a low percentage, it's not going to be the average percentage, okay? Ability number 2, for his first 10 turns, every single action that you do, the attack damage will be increased by 10% only, and your defense will be decreased by 8%. So this very low defense still gonna decrease for another 8%. So overall, I'd say this Naruto is not as good. I think he is gonna only fulfill, the purpose of trying to rush through your missions, your Super S rank, if he can actually even make it there. So I'm not too sure, but for those of you who will be getting him, you can try it out and let me know. Maybe you guys will like him, but I still think having a percentage to confuse himself is pretty dangerous. All right, so yeah, so that's it, guys. And it's actually we're gonna do the polls. All right, this is actually the saddest time of my video all the time. Well, at least for me. You guys probably get a good laugh of this, but I probably won't, or at least not when I'm recording it. See, I'm like smiling recording at the moment, but as soon as I press on this button, I probably will be sad. Okay, anyways, let's go. My aim is always the same, trying to get at least one of the exclusives. Okay, I don't mind getting another stage from Naruto. That means I'll have 2 super OP damage dealers, right? So let's go and wish me luck, guys, please. And good luck to all of you guys who are going to do the polls. I really do hope you guys will get Tsunade or any of the exclusives. So let's go. I also forgot about the sale. I'll tell you guys about the sale after this, okay? So let's go. Oh, by the way, when you do your first multi-poll, 50 gems poll, you're going to get 11 units, and you're gonna get for sure a 5 stars. See, my luck is just bad. That's probably gonna be the only one, dude. Oh no! Cool stuff. Nice. This Jiraiya is good. Wanted him. Anyway, so yeah, for your first 50 gems Ninja Stones polls, you will for sure get 1 guaranteed 5 stars. Okay. And you also get 11 units instead of 10, I believe, for all your multiples. Oh, nice! Come on, will Tsunade come out? Guess not, but hey, I got 5. Sorry, what I'm talking about. 3 5 stars, and 2 of them are actually from this featured units. Okay, so now it's only going to be a guaranteed 4 stars, but whenever you do a multiple, you're going to get 11 units, okay? So let's just do 3 more pulls. I have 18 gems, so let's do this. So 4 stars. Let's do another one. Hopefully I'll get a 5 star. Who knows? Nope, this is a 4 star. And this will be the end. Yep. Oh, but that's still pretty good. At least I got Jiraiya. That's actually much better than my usual luck. Okay, but let's go on and let me tell you guys about the sale. If you guys are planning to spend money this time, it's actually a really good time to spend this time. And I'll tell you why. As you can see, these are Canadian, by the way. But wait. Yeah, I think they're Canadian. Anyways, so for you guys, it might be cheaper. So if you spend $36.99, $46.99, or $89.99, you're gonna get this gacha ticket. I believe it's because, you know, New Year's for them. The gacha, take a look. When you spend this amount, you're only gonna get 1 5 stars guaranteed gacha ticket times 1. For this one, you get 2. All right, 2 of the gacha tickets. If you spend $89.99, you're gonna get 5 gacha tickets. So for other times, like for the past, I don't know, numerous numbers of times when we have the Super Ninja Festival, they're only gonna give you, well, they gave us only 1 gacha ticket whenever you purchase them. So this time you can get 1, 2, or 5. All right, and the cool part is, let me show you what is included in the gacha ticket, okay? So right here. So these are the featured units in the gacha tickets. They're a total of 11. So 3, 6, 9, 10, 11. And they're all good units, I gotta say. So number 1 right here is the X tier version 1 Minato. And then you have 1000 Puppet Sasori. Then you have the Great Itachi right here, this, the Amaterasu one. All 3 of these are really useful. And you have the Conan, I believe this is the new one, right? And we have new Kisame, not the old one. And then with Shizui, with the useful Sasuke, the only useful Sasuke. And then we have the Afternoon Tiger guy. We have the new Shikamaru, the new Naruto, and we have Naruto's mom right here. All right, so these are all pretty good units. So if you're spending about $89.99, then you get 5 tickets, okay, guaranteed from one of these. So yeah, so take care and good luck to all of you guys. And I really, look forward to your comments. I really want to see what you guys, think about this whole Ninja Festival, or what you guys actually got from this gacha, okay? So yeah, take care all of you guys, and I'll see you at my next video. If you guys have any questions, comments, anything, just comment down below, and I'll try to get back to you guys as soon as possible, as always. So take care, and bye now.